Nemo and the Secret Cave. In a quiet village surrounded by green hills lived a curious little girl named Nemo. She loved exploring forests, climbing trees, and discovering hidden places. Everyone in the village knew that if there was a mystery, Nemo would be the first to solve it. One sunny morning, while walking through the forest, Nemo noticed an old map sticking out from beneath a large rock. It was dusty and torn, but one thing was clear. It showed the way to a secret cave deep inside the mountains. Excited by the discovery, Nemo packed a flashlight, a bottle of water, and a small backpack. She followed the map through winding trails, crossed a sparkling river, and climbed steep hills. After a long journey, she finally stood in front of a giant cave hidden behind a beautiful waterfall. As she stepped inside, the cave glowed with colorful crystals. Strange symbols were carved into the walls, and the air felt magical. Suddenly, she heard a soft voice. "Welcome, brave traveler." Nemo looked around and saw a tiny glowing bird sitting on a crystal. The bird explained that the cave protected an ancient treasure, not gold or jewels, but the crystal of wisdom. It gave knowledge to those with kind hearts. However, the crystal was locked behind three magical challenges. For the first challenge, Nemo had to solve a riddle. "The more you share me, the more I grow. What am I?" Nemo smiled and answered, "Kindness." The cave shook gently, and the first door opened. The second challenge tested her courage. She had to walk across a narrow stone bridge above a deep canyon. Although she was afraid, Nemo stayed calm, took a deep breath, and crossed safely. The final challenge was the hardest. In front of her were two treasure chests. One was filled with glittering gold, and the other held the crystal of wisdom. Without hesitation, Nemo chose the crystal. The glowing bird smiled proudly. "You have chosen wisdom over wealth. You have a truly noble heart." The crystal of wisdom floated into the air and filled the cave with golden light. Instead of keeping its power for herself, Nemo wished that everyone in her village would become wiser, kinder, and happier. Her selfless wish broke the ancient spell protecting the cave. The crystals sparkled brighter than ever, and the bird thanked her for freeing the cave after hundreds of years. When Nemo returned home, the old map had disappeared as if it had never existed. But something had changed. The people in her village became more helpful, children loved learning, and neighbors treated one another with kindness. Nemo smiled, knowing that the greatest treasure in the world was never gold. It was wisdom, courage, and a kind heart. And from that day on, whenever someone spoke of the mysterious secret cave, they remembered the brave little explorer named Nemo, whose kindness changed an entire village. The end.